Hello.
Hey,
I have to check out at 2:15, just so you know. I was come on a little early. Sorry.
Hey, Jonathan, it's Dan on the phone here.
Hi, Dan. Gotcha.
okay. Hey, Steve, while we're waiting for folks here on the call, I just want you to know that this situation over in Blackhawk with Artisan Point, I'm going to keep a close eye on that. You know, that's water usage of like 600 single family homes with 150,000 gallons. So it's a big deal.
It's a
And the
huge
fact
deal.
that they have thought nothing of Idaho Springs being a bedroom community for such development. And I don't think I'm off very much here. I don't believe Blackhawk, I want to say, has something like 99 homes actually in that they consider houses in the city limits. So it's apparent they really have given no thought to employee housing or how
Well,
that might affect surrounding communities.
yeah, in the conversation with them, they have thought about it just a little bit. And the main thing was they didn't really want any more housing. They don't want to have to contest for votes when they want to pass a project like this. Right now, I didn't know it until after the meeting. They have something called the granite countertop clause over there. Apparently, a while back when they went to go approve something, they went door to door and say, "How would you like granite countertops?" And so they bought everybody granite countertops so they'd vote in favor of something. So if they have more than 99 residents, that's going to cost them more to get those votes.
Very interesting. Yeah. I know I, for one, will be paying close attention to this development.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just concerned because what little employee base we have, they could be taking some of it because
That's exactly right.
they're going to have to. They're not going to have a choice. They're going to have to buy our employees and offer them maybe more than we are able to.
Oh yeah, we're going to be competing for the same folks.
Yep. Hey, where'd Chip go?
Is anyone talking?
Not right now.
Okay, I was having trouble getting my audio running.
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear you guys talking. I know you were talking a couple of minutes ago, and I just couldn't get my audio running. I don't know, got a new thing going here, so I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Chip, I got to leave early for this, but I'm kind of curious to how your numbers were on Saturday.
On Saturday,
Yeah.
the whole. I mean, we're down the whole Christmas. You know,
Yeah.
Saturday. What was Saturday? I don't know. What the heck was Saturday? I don't know.
That was the first.
That was the first.
Normally a good day.
Yeah, normally a good day. It wasn't all that great of a day.
No, we didn't do very well. We were at half of what we did in 2019 for some reason. I'm trying to figure out every other day for the past week, we did well, except for Saturday, we tanked. I don't know. I wasn't here, so I don't know what happened, but trying to see if it was traffic or weather or what, but half of what we would normally do.
Really, actually, we were having staffing challenges, so we weren't able to be fully open. So we didn't do real well through the whole Christmas break.
Uh-huh.
And Saturday, I don't remember right offhand now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Saturday was slower. Yeah, I think it was. It was a bit less than what we had been running for the week. You
I know my family came up through there Monday night. We did the Georgetown Rail and then stopped back through Idaho Springs to try to grab a meal, and that was tricky.
Yeah.
It was like basically, I think at Bojo's, this was probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock. We were told essentially they were stopped taking any more names because they were booked all the way to when they were going to close. So
Wow.
we were like, well, all right.
We were having some staffing challenges with, people calling in sick and stuff like that. So it was kind of ugly. Wasn't fun. And I'm not sure what the details were, quite honestly. I'm a little far away for all the details, but you guys had a good holiday weekend or period.
Yeah, we did. Even on Christmas, we were open on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we were only open for 7 hours on Christmas Day, and we took in over 500 people.
Oh, really? Wow. How are you?
Even that Wednesday looked real busy driving through town. So
Yeah, we were like on Wednesday, it looks like we were about 20% up over 2019.
Really? Wow.
yeah, I wonder if just a lot of people took that week off and stretched what that normal business is, kind of stretch it over the whole week or something.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you one thing, driving around Arvada, there was nobody on the road all that last week. I mean, I went to work every day and it was just like, I think I'm the only person doing this. It was a little crazy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm glad to hear you guys had a good period.
Always going to have employee problems, of course.
Yeah, well, it's just like, staffing, it's real challenging these days.
Mm-hmm. Seems like right now, either you're going to get COVID, you have it, or you're recovering from it. One of the three.
Yeah. There's a lot of it out there for sure.
And we have 2 people out today called in with positive tests today.
I'm sorry to hear that. And I know this Artisan Point I was bringing up earlier is not going to help. I subscribe to the Gilpin paper, and I'll keep you informed as far as how this is developed and what the time is on it. But it's not going to help matters at all. I see us competing even more heavily with another major employer in our area. I'm sorry they've done nothing to help with employee housing.
No. Well, there's opportunity because there's property in the area. It's just a matter of making somebody build the housing.
Yeah.
With the economics, it's a tough banana to get, to afford to build lower income housing when there's demand for market rate. And, right now it's hard to get anything built, period. And getting materials and so forth is always, is a real challenge.
Yeah, the other,
Especially, you got 900 homes that are going to be built in Superior and Louisville here over this next year. That's that much more demand that's going to get pulled away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing the mayor said was that little bit of employee housing they do have at the top of the hill by the KOA. He was complaining that over half the residents there go to work, Denver for work. So they were like, why build more housing up here for them? If we could build housing up here for up here, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So where was this, Steve, that you were saying? I'm sorry.
Well, we're talking about that Artisans Point project that's going on at the top of the hill on the Central City Parkway. I don't know. Do you know about that, Chip?
I don't know that I do.
There's a large resort / distillery, convention center, wedding venue, blah, blah,
Okay.
blah. Bunch of plans up there.
It's a 150,000 gallon a day. If I have my facts right, I believe it's
Yeah.
150,000 gallon a day type of resort, which is equivalent to about 600 single family homes and a lot of employees. And that's what I was saying to Steve, Chip, right before you came on. We're going to be competing with another major employer for the same folks.
Not challenging enough. We need some additional challenges. Yeah.
Yeah.
So John, have we heard from Dr. Ryan?
I spoke to him before the holiday, and he said he was going to try to be here. I also spoke to Commissioner Marlin this morning, and I thought they were going to be here, but I'm kind of thinking they may not.
Jonathan, I can give an update. Commissioner Marlin will be joining us.
Is there anything super pressing? Because I got to leave in about 2 minutes.
I think Jared might have one update on the additional metal planters and barriers. Jared?
Yeah, thank you. So we did have the metal planters slated to come in the week of, well, initially it was right before Christmas, then they had some challenges, and so it was supposed to be after Christmas. However, the delivery was delayed due to the snowstorm, and because they are coming from Western Colorado, and so the roads were pretty tricky all of last week. So now we're trying to coordinate with them as to whether those planters come in here this week or next week. We're working on that yet, but yeah, they are constructed, etc., and just waiting to be delivered. So we'll keep you posted on that.
And Jared, there are 2 additional businesses that have requested barriers for spaces out in front of their businesses. Is that right?
Initially, we had 2 businesses request barriers, and so we began to, well, we did work with those businesses. They are currently operating with the orange water-filled barricades, and now we've had 2 additional businesses request barricades. They're all basically on the same block, and so we're planning on implementing these new barricades in concert with the existing barricades here in the near future to block off most of the north side of that street.
So what businesses are getting barricades in front of them now?
Yeah, the businesses that have requested, the first 2 were Mountain Prime and the Spice and Tea Exchange. And now we've also had Pickaxe Pizza and Azteca request outdoor spaces as well.
And recall that we had a lot of discussion about what to do through the winter, and we wanted to keep our options open depending upon what happens with COVID. And we felt ultimately the best way to keep our options open was to open the street one way going eastbound with the ability to activate spaces on the north side on Minor Street. The businesses on the south side have Idaho Mall, or they have 14th Avenue, space on 14th Avenue. So this does give us flexibility. We weren't totally surprised when we had two businesses initially make the request, and we based our order on that, and then we had a couple more come in. And we weren't totally surprised when that happened. We figured that others might want to jump on but not commit initially, and that's fine. Again, we are in a position where we could order more barriers, protective barriers, if things continue to decline, or businesses want to, for whatever reason, activate outdoor space. We are in a position to order more barriers. We'd want to loop in city council on that if that occurs, but at least we're accommodating the requests that we have so far. Steve, I know you have to go. Is there anything, any final thoughts you have before you head out? Oh, you're on mute, Steve. Steve, you're still on mute. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Happy New Year, as I was saying, and let's hope this year goes a little smoother. And I think everything's looking encouraging. Some new faces, a new group, and let's just make it all happen.
And Steve, we were going to talk about this at the end of the meeting, but I think we're just going to stick with this schedule every other week if that works for the group. Seems like a reasonable number of meetings and check-ins as we go along. We can always change it as down the road, but so we'll meet in another 2 weeks. Although, John, Kane, I'm thinking in 2 weeks, don't we have a federal holiday? I think city offices are closed that day, I believe. So we may need to make an adjustment there. Do we want to look at Tuesday in 2 weeks?
I can send that invite. I think that's a good date for us if it works for everyone else.
Does 2 o'clock on Tuesday, the day after the Martin Luther King holiday weekend, does that work for everybody?
Yep.
Okay, we'll get that out then. Okay, I know a lot of people, including me, would be very interested in getting an update, particularly from the local perspective on COVID. But without Dr. Ryan here, we don't have that directly from the source. For those who are interested, the county commissioners have been having updates from Dr. Ryan on Tuesdays at their Tuesday meetings at 11 a.m. And as far as I know, that is happening tomorrow at 11 a.m. I haven't heard otherwise on that. So that might be the best way for everyone online here to get information from the source. 11 o'clock is our live stream. You can just go to the county website and click on the meeting at 11 a.m. Maybe, John, are you able to double check, see if that's occurring tomorrow? Do you know if that meeting's happening tomorrow?
Give me 1 moment.
Okay, John's going to confirm that, but I'm almost certain that's happening. So we normally open with Dr. Ryan with an update, and then provide any updates that we have from the city, which we already did on the barriers, and then we just go around the room. Chuck, I don't know if you had any remarks you want to make at this point, or if we just want to go ahead around the room.
It's unfortunate that we're missing Dr. Ryan, because I know staff at City Hall had that question about meetings, and perhaps Dr. Ryan could be asked as far as if he felt that it would be appropriate, and for us to not be setting a bad example. I know no one wants to do that. If we did the hybrid model that we had discussed, where city council was in attendance and members of the public would comment or view via Zoom. So, but with that being said, the mayor and I have a meeting tomorrow at 11. But otherwise, I would attend and ask him myself. But I think it's appropriate now in his absence that we do go around the room and get some input from folks.
Very good. All righty. Chip, do you have any thoughts for the group?
I really don't. Happy New Year to everybody, and hopefully, like Steve said, it's a smoother year this year than it was last.
Certainly off to an ominous start, though.
Great.
Let's see. Jonah, do you have any update for the group?
Essentially, this is the year Club Hotel will be open again. So it's kind of a big new year for the family here. We are looking to, I'm going to put some pressure on our contractor to make sure he gets all the information to you in Wonder here in the next couple of days. So we get that permit issued, and I'm anticipating construction beginning like second or third week of January, depending on lumber delivery. So that's kind of the big items that are coming up. So as we get into January, February, there will be a flurry of activity, and a big fence and all sorts of stuff around that property as people probably start seeing some progress being made, more instead of us tearing things apart, putting things back together. So obviously the big challenge for us is being ready before the summer season, and getting kind of incorporated. We've already had people asking for booking rooms for weddings in June. So we anticipate this is going to be pretty crazy. But we are going to probably find a lot of things that we need to fix between now and then, and in anticipation of a lot of demand. But hopefully we will be ready for it, and hopefully the city is going to be prepared for at least a handful of people spending more than just one afternoon in town.
Hey, Jonah, I think you guys set an Idaho Springs record for roll-off dumpsters. I have to ask, do you even know how many? 15?
Well, the initial just trash clean out was 8 dumpsters. Then when we went through, we'll call the professional demo work, was somewhere in the range of 6 dumpsters. And then since then, I would say it's been about 1 dumpster a week for the last 2 months. So we'll tack another 8 on. But to be honest, those were not entirely full outside of, we do sense in the community there's a demand for mattress haul off and removal, because we seem to collect at least 1 or 2 mattresses in the roll-offs every single week.
Yeah.
So we may want to coordinate with the city in the next couple of years to do like a mattress collection event, maybe to where we can have somebody from Denver come and pick them all up for recycling, and maybe encourage people not to dump them in other people's roll-offs. So just throwing that out there, opportunity to work with the city on that. And Club Hotel will be excited to help sponsor that.
Hey, that's good to hear. And boy, I was just doing a little quick adding, and yeah, you're like 25 dumpsters or something like that. It'll be nice to see things come back together, and you're really fulfilling a demand for downtown.
Absolutely.
That's exciting. Thanks for that update, Jonah. That seems to be record pace to be open by the late spring. Full speed ahead.
Oh man, I wanted to be like, get it all done in a year, man. March 5th is coming up. That's when I bought it. But I ain't gonna make that date.
One thing I might mention, Jonah, on what you said is that the city has historically had a city cleanup day in the spring. We didn't have one this past year, but we had in my memory, a real successful one, I believe the year before, where we filled up a couple dumpsters, as I recall. And that was on a particular day, but we tried to advertise it well, and it included not only you could drop off bulky items at CRC Park in the dumpsters, but there were also bags given out to those who wanted to walk the city, walk the streets and along the creek and pick up trash and then throw it in the dumpster. So the plan is to have that again this year. So I'll be looking for that sometime probably in May.
Well, we would definitely be happy to participate in that, but just particularly with the hotel, and knowing we'll have to rotate out mattresses probably every 5 or 6 years. I'm still trying to learn all the details around this, but just with that in mind, I feel like if there's something we can do annually to kind of help, clean mattresses out of the system and get them somewhere where they don't end up in a landfill, I think would be a fantastic way for us to contribute to the community. So that's something we got on our agenda along with a few other items as well.
Very good. John, I think you might have an update on the Dr. Ryan commissioner meeting.
I haven't heard about Dr. Ryan, but there is no commissioner meeting tomorrow.
Okay. All righty. Well, John or I will reach out to Dr. Ryan, see if we can get some sort of update on at least how we might want to think about future business here at City Hall. Okay, let's see. Who else do we have? Ashley, any update for the group?
Hi, parking is going pretty good now, especially with all of the new spaces we opened and the painting and everything. That's been really helpful. We are looking at signage and trying to combat the wind that's been a lot stronger than usual. So that's our biggest challenge, is trying to keep those signs up. A lot of the metal's bending in half and breaking. So that's our big challenge. And then also we did have quite a bit of activity around the holiday, especially right before. So we did see some traffic going to the busting lots. That was good.
We also will have Jessica and I have been talking about having another walkthrough with Interstate just to look at signage situation and make sure everything is good to go before summer. So we are going to start working on that in the next week or so.
Very good. All righty. Let's see. Nick, do you have any update for the group? Any comments?
No, I'm just kind of listening in while I'm working a slow day, so I was able to tune in.
Great. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having.
Let's see. Dan, any thoughts for the group?
Yeah, just, Evergreen National Bank, unfortunately, has had to close 3 of its walk-in locations due to staffing issues. So hopefully we can get those reopened in the near future. Idaho Springs, Maine, Georgetown, and then our main office in Evergreen. So, but we do have our 3 drive-throughs still open. We're dealing with the same problem that everyone else is having. It's a combination of just a small labor pool. We've lost a couple full-time employees who have unfortunately moved. And then COVID exposures. Fortunately, no COVID cases, but just exposures. So we're working with businesses. If anyone knows if local Idaho Springs businesses need help getting change orders, we do have a courier that's running around trying to assist with those that have trouble getting down to the drive-through. Specifically in Georgetown, we're doing that. We've got a courier that goes every day and is delivering change. That's about it here. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Let's see. Carla, any thoughts for the group?
Happy New Year, everyone. I'll just give you an update on the Block 57 project over at former Gold Digger Field. We are working on our FDP. We are hoping to submit our initial draft this week to Jared, and we will be working towards a hearing in February comfortable. That's it, Andy.
Okay, thank you. Lindsay.
Hi, everybody. Nothing really new on this end. The deli's been slowly kind of getting back in order. We have a new general manager. So if you haven't met him yet, his name is Troy Dennison. Known him for over 15 years. I used to work with him in New Mexico. He's a great guy, very community oriented. So he'll probably start popping in on some of these meetings as well. And let's see, yeah, as far as day after New Year's, we were really slow, really slow as well. I need to look at the numbers, but day after Christmas was phenomenal. Things are starting to pick back up. Mornings have been great. So thank you again for having those streets and parking available and open. That's been a huge help to us. CCDC, we're still here for your small business loan needs. So let us know, either John or myself, if you're in need of any funding. We have a couple different loan opportunities, programs out there that are available to you. So feel free to reach out to us with any needs that you might have.
Okay, thank you.
If I can just add on the loan aspect, that most banks are very liquid right now. So that's Evergreen National, and assuming citywide as well. So if any businesses are looking for larger loans that CCDC can't help with, banks are anxious to lend money out. And it's getting more competitive, which is a plus to the consumer because interest rates are dropping on things. So, sorry to interrupt there, but I thought I'd throw that out.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, Dan, before you go too far, man, I've got an historical property with about $1 million of renovation work.
I think I gave you my business card about 3 weeks ago.
Yes, yes, I did. No, I know. Most of what we'll call the institutional banks get a little nervous when I shake hands with them. So,
well, I would love to refinance that for you down the road. So,
I'm sure that's where we will be able to talk.
Sounds great.
All righty. Anyone else have any updates? Anything from staff? Is that Wonder? Do you have a hand raised? No. Okay. Okay. No. All right. Chuck, do you have anything else on your mind at the moment?
No, just hopefully by next meeting we will have a little more information from CDOT. So I think that hopefully there's some more money coming. I'm crossing my fingers in the future, and I would like to see an affordable parking structure in our near future.
And what Chuck is referring to is the city's looking into another loan opportunity grant opportunity through CDOT, which is the Revitalizing Main Street program. And it appears that program could be a good match for making some improvements to our existing parking areas and the Idaho Mall and Citizens Park. So John Kane will be attending a seminar workshop on that here with CDOT, I believe, later this week, and looking at what the possibilities might be. The application deadline's end of this month, so we're gonna have to move on that pretty quickly. It could mean up to $2 million, or I guess you can apply for up to $2 million for things that are geared towards downtown, which our parking area is, and we want to make it not only better for parking but also for pedestrian activity. So we're got our fingers crossed. This might be a real opportunity for us to find another funding source to help with with all the improvements that we'd like to do related to the parking structure and everything connected to that.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.
All righty. Well, if there's nothing else, I guess we could go ahead and conclude here. Just over 30 minutes. Not bad. All righty. Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.